Okay, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim, pushing this word with truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the multitude of believers. All right, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American are the Israelites, God's chosen people. All right. This is the brother Karataza of Men of Valor, Las Vegas Camp, coming back with another lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying. All right. And just wanted to speak on, moving with wisdom and not letting anger get the best of you, man. Because he's the hell and the wrath that Esau coming with, is enough to make somebody crack under pressure because it ain't fair. All right. No, we're under this devil. All right, this devil's rulership, and he's doing things that are unjust, as the scriptures say. And hey, it's not meant to be fair, but Yahweh Hashem Al-Shai is going to give us give the elect the spirit to endure. All right, and the rest of the world, they're going to crack under pressure. Okay, and as you see, as we get closer to the end, right, those spirits, all right, are going to get riled back up. These devils are really going to show who they are, and I've been feeling it through the spirit, these last couple weeks. Esau pride lifted up. The racial tensions, certain events going on, building that up. All right. Those that spirit that is gonna escalate in the times of Jacob's trouble to be race riots and things of that nature, sedition amongst men, as the scriptures speak about. But it's our responsibility, that we are able to rule our own spirit, and that's only through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai. First and foremost, we pray that He keeps that us in a sound mindset, that comes with faith and utilizing the knowledge of the scriptures, as it says in Proverbs, the 4th chapter. I'll grab that and we can start out there, through the spirit, utilizing the scriptures. Proverbs 4:7, it says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Okay, understand. All right. Understand the scriptures, but, understand what you're reading. Understand how to utilize it and practice it in your daily life. Okay? We're just not, reading scriptures and not performing them. All right? So let's get... And I only got a couple precepts lined up, and I just, want to make the point. And Lord willing, to be, edifying. So, this is actually going to be... This is the book of Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 7. Okay. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. And oppression, this captivity makes a wise man who truly understands, that in these times that we are in captivity. That these devils do got, they've been screwing with you before you even made it out your mother's womb. All right. They, got Stockholm syndrome. All right, they've been messing with your spirit. All right, since they got power, and that's what the Lord allowed them to do. All right, and knowing all the science experiments they made you part of. All right, knowing all the wicked sorceries and enchantments that this devil puts on you, and the wicked things that he has done and tried to taint. All right, and defile the saints with. All right, that's enough to make you mad, and then have the audacity or the caucasity, as they would call, as they proclaim themselves, not only to be the people of Yahweh Bashim Shai, right, of God, okay, but they and pure and clean and holy, but they victimize themselves, all right, and turn around and make you the bad guy, all right, and then walk around with the pride, all right, of an eagle, as the scriptures likens it to, likens this these Edomites too, all right, to have that pride high above the rest, and the average Edomite is proud, all right. The two-time loser is proud. That ain't really got shit. He look at you as the scum of the earth, okay. But this is his rulership, so let him soak up the this life. Give him what's his, okay. And we gonna let you have it until the Most High, put you in your place, okay? Because he says that he's gonna turn the things right side up. He's gonna put the true rulers in charge. And when he does that, it's going to be, a hell of a time for you. But we have to wait, as it says, wait there for, Zephaniah 3:8, wait therefore upon me. All right, I will rise you up to the prey. We can't take it, into our own matters, all right, into our own hands. Matters into our own hands, as I would say. Slakia, this person pulled up on me looking crazy. I don't know what they doing. So, continuing on in verse 8, it says, better is the end of the thing than the beginning thereof. And, the end of this queendom and their rulership, the end of this age, all right, is a great thing. And we're going into an even better age. Immortality, eternal rulership. All right, by just rulers. Starts with the elect, all right, and the 144,000. Well, really, Yahweh Shai, King David, and then the 144,000. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit, right? Because pride is the beginning of destruction and lead, to a fall. Okay? Patience is as that saying goes, patience is a virtue. It truly is. And what it means to be patient is to suffer. Okay? Patience is to suffer. Alright? We have to walk the straight gate. The way of Yahweh Shai. After Yahweh Shai had to suffer. Okay? Yes, he showed that fury at times, flipping tables, but it was calculated, and he never lost his cool. He He never went overboard. He never crashed out. These 2/3, they're going to crash out in these times when these devils come with that wicked oppression. When draconian measures really start, kicking off. When those stop and frisk protocols come down, when those South Africans, start, surveillancing their neighborhoods. Okay? And that's why a lot of them, and eventually they all gonna get destroyed. But that's what a lot of them is gonna die by the sword. All right. What's that in? I believe it's in Jeremiah. The sword to the sword, famine to the famine. All right. You don't see them lots. And they ain't gonna have no peace of mind when they at it. They gonna be running reckless. Okay. They're gonna be raging. That's the spirit of Esau. What he do when shit hits the fan? He gonna start wilding out. And we can't have that same spirit, all right? Or we're no better. It's not for the elect. Why would Yahushua give us the game plan just for us to throw it away like just to forsake, the gospel, the teachings of his ways. All right. Lest I be a castaway, as the Apostle Paul said. So I want to grab this, and know we gonna be tried, man. This is without a doubt. If one thing brothers ain't preaching enough is that we gonna be tried in these end times. It's like these scriptures is on their last leg. This is it's gonna be Revelation 3. Slocky, I ain't brought this scripture out in a minute. It might be 1. No, I think it's 3. Slocky. Yeah, 3 and 11. I was looking at 3 and 10. This is Revelation 3 and 10. Behold, I come quickly, and who's coming quickly? Yahushua. Hold that fast which thou hast, and that pertains to this truth. It says that no man take thy crown. We can't let our emotions get the better of us, as the scriptures say. We have to rule our spirit. All right. Yeah, you do get pissed off when you get treated a certain way, looked at, bad service. Certain restaurants give you bad service. Shit. I do the little food delivery shit, and the second time I've been picking up from this pizza spot, same waitress had my food ready, because I was watching the whole time, had me sitting there for over 20 minutes, and this actually happened. This was the second time. I don't know, she just got something out for me. Of course, she looked like an Edomite, But, you know, it ain't even my food, you know. But, you know, I just sat there and waited and everything. And I seen every other order come out. And she grabbed it from, you know, somewhere that was already there. But, hey, that's just, you know, part of the, you know, we know what that is. I mean, I know what that is. You know, you just fucking with me. All right. So, little shit like that be vexing, but it's whatever, right? You can't do nothing about it. You know, you just suffer it and get to moving. But that's just like an example, man. Little shit like that happens enough time, be pissing you off. But what you gonna do about it? If you lash out and thing like that, then hey, the Most High gonna chastise you. All right, now you in the wrong. All right, Esau gonna be on your head. You start cussing a young white lady out because she's treating you unfair, because she treating you unfairly and poorly. Yeah, Karen got protection. All right, best believe it. So let's go back and I want to get Proverbs. It's gonna be Proverbs, you know. And most of the time I'll just leave. I'll just be like, you know. But I just wanted, because I was seeing if she was gonna do it again, because I couldn't believe it. I was just watching, and I was watching too. I was like, I'm damn near about to, you know, report the chick, but I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. I just wanted to know, okay, if I got you here, then, you know, how you acting? Because this was the second time it happened. Second time she made me wait longer. But little shit like that. Shit, one day I had just demons following me in cars. You know, old Edomite driving in a car cussing me out. You know, okay, because we're adverse to this world. You know, and bitch can't even get out the car and walk. But that's the spirit that's coming back. You know, their spirit of wickedness, as the apostles say. You know, they horns is starting to show, not just with the upper echelon elites, but with these lower class citizens, you know, as well. Edomite. All right. This is Proverbs 14, and I'm gonna read verse 20. Or where we at? Yeah, 29 says, "He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly." Right? Acting on your emotions, letting, you know, little shit that these you know, people say to you get under your skin. All right? If you know, if you get too attached to those feelings, you get too attached to the things that they say to you, man, you might, you know, do something stupid, and that's what folly, you know, might come out of it. But a man of understanding, one that know what time it is, and knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. We know that these Edomites don't mess with you from the jump. And that's a leg up. But it's something else if you don't have the understanding to understand that the understanding of, hey, Yahweh Bashim al-Shai is going to give you to go when it's time to go. Hey, think about the Lord. And I've been bringing this out in my lessons, man. Hey, for some reason, you know, Exodus, I believe 3 and 15 or 15 and 3, if I'm getting it backwards, man, it says Yahweh Bashim al-Shai is a man of war. He's a power, a lord of war, man. What does that mean? He's tactical. All right? The worst thing you can do when you're fighting is fight with emotion and not discipline. Fight, based on, not knowing your opponent, what he got. All right? If you just run at him blindly, he could have a weapon on him. Let me see. Yep. No, I got one more. We're going to close out. This is going to be the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastic is also known as Sirach. It's going to be chapter 1 or chapter 2. 1 second, bear with me. Sirach 2:1, it says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, get your mind right, and constantly endure." All right, so if we have to constantly endure, that means we constantly going through something. "And make not haste in time of trouble," and that's the biggest thing. Make not haste, and I'll leave it off there. Make not haste in a time of trouble, man. Don't act rashly, in a hasty spirit. Okay? We gotta, live, breathe, eat, sleep, the scriptures, man, prayer, walk circumspectly, especially in these times. Put on that armor. Okay? So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh by Shem Al-Shai, by Shem Krakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, a shalom to the elect.